Holy moly. That is a lot of blood. And this place has been trashed.
Reported an unusual data retrieval delay. No word yet on which account holder filed the report, or what information.
And there's a saw. Whoa, what the hell? 698. 698 543 possibly?
Between you and me, folks, I think they done protest too much.
In the Footsteps of the Harvester by Angela Gunn. From the best of Angela Gunn in memoriam. 4 years ago, Marek Shvobotka terrorized our city for 7 months. By the time he was done, 27 bodies were uncovered. In each killing, traces of EMP were discovered, used to stun or incapacitate the victim. In each killing, puncture wounds were linked to the use of a homemade muscle relaxant. And most notably, in each killing, the victim's augmentations were removed. Shortly before execution, Svobotka was asked why he did it. Where did the hatred for augmentation stem from? I don't hate them, he said. I save them. I make them human again. Svobotka saw augmentation as a threat, both to the individual and the collective good. In his own twisted way, he was arguing then what the UN is arguing now. Whether pseudo-spiritual rhetoric or carefully crafted legalese, the underlying message is the same: salvation through torture. If Marek Svobotka were alive today, he would have reason to be proud. His nightmare vision has become our political reality. Right, there's in an apartment I'm about to head to. Oh, stack of hypodermic needles. I need to look at her computer. Where is her computer? It's in here. Hello, Whispers. Hi, he's coming. Here he comes. Door not knocking, not knocking, not knocking, knock knock. Hi. Please not me, not me. No, no, not me, not me. Who's there? Not me. 698-843. Not me. Who's there? Who's... Knows. Cipra knows. Knows me not. Not me. What's your name, neighbour? Myers Botkar. ID me. She's been given like an implant that used to belong to the murderer or something. And she is basically living him. What have we got? There's a firewall over there. We'll get all the way over there.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
It's really annoying that is it even worth it? Come on.
Access granted.
Daria, you must see me right away. Listen to me. I know some part of you doesn't want this. Some part of you is scared and looking for a way out. Keep in mind that the surgery was very delicate. Your brain is still trying to process the implanted signals. All I ask is that you hear me out. I understand if you have doubts about my intentions, but right now I am the best and only chance. Yong has set up a pharmacy in the Dvali district. I'm well equipped for what needs to be done. Please come see me before you do anything else, before anyone else gets hurt. Dr. Nicholas Cipra. Fellow cat lovers, the murder of yet another of our own has created a terrible emptiness inside me. First Leonie, and now this. The world is a broken milk bowl that can never be filled again. We have no choice but to cancel our classes pending the police investigation. I encourage you to cuddle up to your loved ones and stay safe. Remember, I'm a mouse click away if anyone needs me. Meow meow. So, optional. An email on Daria's computer raised questions about some medical procedure she underwent. Whatever happened to her, Dr. Cipra seems eager to cover it up. If I want to learn anything there is to know about Daria Miska, I should seek this guy out before doing anything else. Cipra's holed up in the local pharmacy in the Dvali district. So... No, don't turn it off, turn it on. That's where I need to go.
I don't know where she is. All I know is she called you and not me.
What's the other... Is there more evidence up there? Because that hasn't disappeared still. Oh, hang on. There was a trail heading into that vent.
None of us are likely to forget the last time on
A lot of blood, and I cannot get up there.
So are you a supporter then of United Nations Resolution 356?
Looks like it belonged to a Daria. Oh, there you go. Found something that belongs to Daria along what looks like a trail of blood. If I want to find out, I need to figure out where this leads. Oh, I want to head there first. That heads off down there. Okay. But before we do that, let's head off that way. I think I need to get to the train station, don't I? Because it's all the way over there. So I want to head to that one. Why is that still searching? I don't get it. I don't understand how. I must have done something to trigger that, but I don't know what I've done. Can I? Okay, never have to deal with that again. What's that terminal for? Never noticed that before. No, laser grid. Which I've just turned off anyway.
They really believe a riot can spread all the way into the city?
Dude, this
are, we are in serious trouble.
We should have taken care of this problem long ago.
What are you doing here? It's after curfew. It's dangerous.
Serial killers are dangerous. Curfews are just inconvenient.
I beg your pardon?
Daria Mishka. Ring a bell?
I'm sorry, but I'm not at liberty to divulge anyone's personal information.
I'm asking for your help. Daria's missing. She's gotten herself mixed up in these harvester killings. I don't have much time, so you need to start talking fast. Daria's in grave danger. That's if she is even still alive. If there's something I need to know about her... We both know why I'm here. We can take the scenic route if you want, but if something happens to her because you feel the need to bullshit me... Let's go
I'm
to
asking
appeal.
for your help. Daria's missing. She's gotten herself mixed up in these harvester killings.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't see what that has to do with me. Or with you, for that matter.
Before going after her, I want to make sure I have all the information I need. I read the email you sent her. You seemed very concerned. Something about a neural surgery you performed. Why was it so important for her to meet you here?
I used to know Daria. She was a patient of mine.
Your patient? You mean here at the drugstore?
No, of course not. Before that, when I used to work for Yong Medical, big tech corporation. You know it?
Enough to know I don't like where this is going.
I headed a project, the cutting edge of neural science and cellular memory replacement. We dealt with people suffering from severe social disorders. We were making people better by making them better people.
How exactly did you make people better?
How exactly did you make people better?
We found a way to isolate specific character traits. The idea was to use neural implants with imprints of desirable traits from select individuals and insert them into others who were, how should I say, less gifted. Take a man like yourself, for example. Could have given you a sense of humor.
I'm funny as it is. Now how about you tell me what went wrong? Something obviously did.
We were trying to help people. Imagine what it would mean if we succeeded. Anxiety, gone. Apathy, gone. Depression, gone.
Diversity gone, spontaneity gone, individuality gone. But you probably left that part out of your sales pitch.
Daria is responsible for what Daria does. The only reason Yong forced me to get involved is because so much is at stake for them. Big brand name to protect. I've met their lawyers, men whose briefcases are filled with broken teeth. You must understand.
Trying to say, Daria, if any part of you cares about what happens to her, now's the time to tell me. What do I need to know to help her? I'm very patient so far, too patient. That's about to change unless you start getting into it. What are you not telling me? Straightforward with me. I'll go for appeal.
I'm trying to save Daria. If any part of you cares about what happens to her, now is the time to tell me. What do I need to know to help her?
Daria is beyond help. You're wasting your time.
That's for me to decide. Now tell me about this procedure. And you can quit stalling because I'm not going anywhere until I get the answers I need.
My job was to address people's deficiencies by integrating donor personality packages. That meant we needed lots of confident volunteers to donate time to our project. As you can imagine, people weren't exactly lining up to have a scrape inside their heads. So Yong had to diversify.
Once again, not sure I like where this is going.
Yong Medical cut a deal with various penitentiaries. Prisoners who took part in our programs, they got granted little perks, bigger cells, running water. The prisons, they benefited from facility upgrades. It was a win-win.
You implanted the personality traits of prisoners into the mentally unstable? Smart. Let me take a wild guess. Daria's donor was Marek Svobotka, better known as the Harvester.
Donor number 698843. All I saw, all I was given, was a series of test scores that showed a perfect match. Everything she was missing, he had. Nothing else mattered at the time.
An innocent woman's been turned into a vicious killer, in large part because of a procedure you carried out. I'd say that matters. Your test subject's been murdering people all over Prague. Maybe you'll be next. Your pet project's been haunting the streets of Prague. She's been tearing people apart. Now I'm starting to think she wants to tear me apart. I'm sorry if all that inconveniences you, Doctor.
Your test subject's been murdering people all over Prague. Maybe you'll be next.
What? She didn't actually mention me, did she?
Is that all you care about? Your own skin?
It's not all I care about, but it's a very high priority.
Then let's put it this way. She's not the only one you need to be scared of right now.
All right. Look, we obviously want the same thing here. Daria has a neural chip installed just above the hairline. She won't let you get anywhere near it. So if you're serious about putting an end to this, you'll have to, you know.
What, kill her?
That would be my preference, yes. Or I suppose you could just incapacitate her, but then you run the risk of having her wake up. Not a risk I would take personally.
Capacitor won't be a problem, then what? There must be another way, something that doesn't involve attacking her.
There must be another way. Something that doesn't involve attacking her.
I wish I could help you. Unless you're willing to meet violence with violence, Daria's not a victim. Chip or no chip, she is behind this, and she will try to attack you no matter what you do.
I don't think Daria's as responsible as you make her out to be. Taking her out and removing the chip is great for you. Gets rid of any evidence that might link her actions to your bungled experiment. But there's no way it's my only option. And there's no way Yong Medical would develop a sensitive technology like this without some kind of failsafe. I know you're holding something back.
Like what?
A weakness, an override. Something that allows me to talk to her without the influence of whatever it is you install.
Well, there is an override phrase. Daria has been programmed to react to it with specific subconscious impulses that are designed to trigger a shutdown of the chip.
Why wouldn't you tell me that in the first place?
Because I knew you would overestimate what it could do. You're a fool if you think you can just walk up to a killer and say a magic word. It won't undo what she's become. The decision to act on Svobodka's memories, to repeat them, that was all Daria. Simply shutting down the chip at this point will not be sufficient.
That's for me to decide. What's the override phrase?
Ad hominem 2026. But I warn you, do not turn your back on her. And do not underestimate her responsibility in all of this. We all have terrible nightmares. We all have visions of sick and terrible things we could do. But we don't all act on them. You must be careful around her.
Alright, now that I've got that, I need to head up to his apartment, because there's an ebook up here, I think. So let's grab that. Even though I've been through his apartment once before, it obviously wasn't there until now. Well, I hope it's up here. Where is it? It's got to be up here. There. Yong Medical Report, Case Study 698843. Donor 698843 continues to overwhelm his subject's personalities in ways that are unexpected, if not remarkable. Our most recent subject was a woman named D. D suffered from an acute case of social anxiety. She could not look people in the eye. She could not eat in public. She could barely bring herself to come in for treatment. After 3 days of mild infusions, she was all but transformed, turned into a social butterfly. Not only did she eat in public, she ate what he would have eaten. 5 days into the process, we were forced to employ the override phrase to reset the neural mechanism and readjust aspects of the neural code. Certain of 698843's proclivities were unexpected. It was an excellent opportunity to test override functionality and prove our ability to correct personality packages on the fly. Dee's treatment was complete after 7 days. In no time at all, she has become a fully functioning member of society. Yeah, and now she's a murderer. Alright, where does this lead now? Found something that belongs to I need to figure out where this leads. Right, okay, so I need to go back to the blood trail. Now that I have that information, I should be able to get the trophy associated with it. I suppose I could just go out the top.
The whole place was a powder keg waiting to blow.
No, it's going to make it harder because I'd have to jump down. It's going to make a lot of noise. I'm more prone to actually make a mistake doing that, so...
Lots of reports of suspicious activity lately.
Understood.
Shit. I think I have a leak in my boot.
They're all going into search again. I'll just wait for it to finish. That was close. Alright. It's going to be down there. What I do want to do, actually, very quickly... No, I already bought the Praxis kit from them, didn't I? Yeah, what am I talking about? For a moment there, I forgot I'd actually bought that Praxis kit, so... Is there something there? This is probably what she used to call me.
Oh, thank God. I knew you'd find me. We must hurry before he comes back.
Before who comes back? The man who killed Angela Gunn?
Yes. He knows you're after him. He wanted you to come.
You can drop the act, Daria. I know what's going on here. I know there's no one else out there. I ran into an old friend of yours. The name Cipra mean anything to you?
You can drop the act, Daria. I know what's
I
going
know
on.
exactly what I've got to do.
I know there's no one else out there. I ran into an old friend of yours. The name Cipra mean anything to you?
You mean Dr. Cipra? Ugh. Where did you dig him up?
He's worried about you.
He's worried about himself. He's worried about Yong Medical. They're willing to kill to cover things up, to preserve their precious image. Their reasons are savage compared to mine.
So I came here to take down a killer. Looks like that's exactly what I'm going to do. Killing augmented civilians is one thing, but you've never dealt with someone like me. Trust me, you don't want to do this. Well, I need to use the keyword.
I don't believe this is who you are. Something changed in you after Cipra's surgery. Made you do things you would never have done otherwise, for reasons that aren't your own. But it's not too late.
Don't be so naive. I am who I've always been. Cipra's surgery, all it did was give me access to another man's technique, his courage to follow through.
I can still help you.
Ad hominem 20. It's definitely not that. Definitely not that. It's that one.
Ad hominem 2026.
What did you do? Is that how machines pray?
Listen to me. The neural chip that Dr. Cipra installed in you is in the process of shutting down. Try to focus. This version of you that's been hurting people, I don't believe that was really you.
Then you don't know me very well. Why? Why should this change anything? The procedure gave me access to memory banks that weren't my own. The choice to draw on those memories was mine alone. You can't take them from me.
The shutdown process may take some time. There may be lingering effects, but that doesn't mean it's too late to help you.
You really believe that, don't you? All right. Prove it. Approach me. Come. Closer. Save me from all those horrible things Dr. Cipra did. There's nothing to be scared of, right? Surely, whatever trace of the harvester was inside me is gone now that you've said the magic words.
You obviously need more help than I can offer, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. Whatever power the neural chip had over you should be diminishing now. You should be able to fight whatever urges Svobodka's memories inspired in you.
I don't need help. You do. You need to be saved. All Ogs need to be saved. Svobodka inspired me to... I can make you human again. I have to make you human again to atone for what I am.
Sadistic, defiant, inhumane. Subject's personality traits are those of Marek Svobodka, the original Harvester killer. Whatever part of the real Daria Miska that now remains has long lain dormant. She must be found. Right, I need to go humanize. Let me just check the other options. You're not the Harvester. Svobodka's personality overwhelmed your own. You're acting like him, killing like him, justifying it all in the same sick way that he used to. Try to remember the day you first walked into Cipra's office. You were someone else. You're the victim of scientific hubris, of a procedure that should never have taken place. You're not a killer. Your experimental treatment cut too many corners and didn't follow up like it should have. You've been let down. Humanize is what I need to go for. I did notice she was an Omega as it was coming up.
This notion you got that augmented people need saving, that there's something less than human. Look, I didn't know her, but I guarantee you Angela Gunn was a human being. Her humanity was defined by her ideas, her passions, the causes she believed in. It had nothing to do with whether or not she was augmented.
Svobodka never saw them as individuals. To him, they were victims of an age that terrified him. Mirror images of the monster he had become. He believed the entire race was under attack, that mechanization would keep our souls from migrating.
How does that sound like to you when you say it? Migration of the soul, victims of an age? I'm not talking abstract concepts here. I'm talking about people. Svobodka never saw his victims as human beings because it would have made it impossible to do what he did. He was sick, he was scared. Whatever he was no savior.
You're right. The more he killed, the easier it became. That is why he had to repeat the actions, ritualize them. It was a way of justifying his beliefs. If you kill one man, the memory is like an anvil. If you kill 7, you quickly forget the first. It all starts to seem inevitable. Surely it must be obvious to you by now. The Daria you came here to save no longer exists. She hasn't for a long time. All that remains now is his drive, his legacy, his cause.
Alright, differentiate. His cause, not yours. I don't know to the extent to which you're responsible for your actions, whether you choose to be like him or whether it was out of your control. But you are different. Recognize that and start distinguishing his motives from your own. Svobodka was all about exuding power over people. That was the only cause he cared about. He made himself feel strong by making others helpless. That's exactly what he's done to you. Once you accept that, maybe you can start to forgive yourself. And again, we need to go humanize.
Svobodka didn't have a cause. He was a serial killer, acting out on impulses that he tried to couch in spiritual rhetoric. A way of convincing himself that his actions were justified, but they weren't. No amount of faith or abstraction makes it okay to dehumanize people the way he did.
No. No, it doesn't. But so what if you're right? So what that Svobodka's motivations cannot stand up to scrutiny? His actions, my actions, cannot be justified. Where does that leave me? If those others did not deserve to die, then I deserve to die.
It's not for me to judge you. I want smarter people than me to look into this neural procedure you underwent. Dig into Cipra and Tai Yong.
So you're offering me a fair trial?
I'm not offering anything. But if there's any hope of moving on here, not killing anyone else is a good start. Society has every right to judge you, and it also has a right to hear all about Cipra and Tai Yong Medical. I'm not an expert on extenuating circumstances, but I'd say you have an interesting case.
You were right before, about the override process taking time. I can feel him receding. Memories of memories no longer crashing against me like they did. Let me prove it to you. Come closer. I want at least one person to know that I'm no longer what I was.
I think I made enough progress for today. Let's not ruin a good thing.
All right, Daria, we need to get you out of here for real now. This needs to end.
The version of me who did those things to Angela, I cannot even imagine it being me, even though I know it was. Whatever happens now, whatever the authorities decide, I hope you believe me.
What's going on here? What the hell am I interrupting?
Detective Montag.
Daria's got a story to tell you. How you react may have something to do with your thoughts on experimental neural therapies and big medical conglomerates.
I don't understand. Where is the harvester?
I want to turn myself in.
One of you really needs to start explaining.
I want to confess to the killings of Angela Gunn, Misha Voracek, Pavel Klima, and Leonie Wolf. I also need to tell you about the neural procedure I underwent. It involves Tai Yong Medical and a man named Dr. Nicholas Cipra. I hope you'll listen.
You can handle this from here. Just listen carefully to what she has to say.
All right, Daria. I think you should start at the beginning.
2 years ago, I signed up for a program sponsored by Tai Yong Medical. They said they could help people to become better versions of themselves. It all feels so long ago now. Another lifetime.
I suggest you remember everything you possibly can about this procedure you underwent. Who was involved, when it happened.
I'm not that person anymore. I swear to you.
Take your time. For now, nothing
showing his red.
Like it's a full story.
Is this where Kay was? No. Oh, I don't know. There's lots of EMP mine. Pick up all the goodies while I'm here. Any more? Oops. Nearly. I don't think I haven't actually used a single mine this entire playthrough. So I don't know why I'm collecting them, to be honest. Right, you all
Turning
good?
myself in is for the best.
Yeah,
I know
it
that
is. You're not going to talk? No, okay. Oh, hello. Something on the side there. Oh, damn it.
Access granted.
Oh well. If it wasn't anything important. I don't even know what was here before. Oh well. Let's get out of here. That is it for all the side missions. I don't think there's any left to do. It's all main missions now. Alright. Let's head over to wherever it is I need to go. It is that way, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's over there.
You shouldn't be outside tonight, Adam. Prague is no longer safe.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm looking at a police barricade right now.
They will not let you pass. But I can help with that. I suggest you take cover.
Eliza, what do you have in mind? Something.
Now is your chance to get past them. Be careful, Adam. I do not want to lose you again.
Jensen, you still alive out there?
Yeah, just made it to the red light district. Any luck with that search warrant?
State police aren't even taking my calls. I'm afraid you're on your own this time.
Story of my life. But I got it, don't worry. Miller, Dvali owned most of the apartments surrounding the old theater, is that right?
Yeah, and they're very possessive. So if you're thinking of getting in that way,
it's gone a little further than just thinking.
then expect it to zip straight past peaceful negotiation the minute they see you. Jensen, you said Marchenko needed to finalize a deal, right?
With the Dvali, yeah. Not a lot to go on, I know.
Maybe not. But these guys are the best smugglers in the world, which means a lot of forged paperwork. You might find something in the Kingpin's office.
Assuming I can find that.
So I need to go there. Was that an optional? No. Well, I'm inside Dvali, so best place to find information on criminal activities is by searching the Kingpin's office, if I can find it. I believe there's an ebook in there as well. Oh, what? Bloody sentry bot. Well, I know where the security room is though, so... Why wouldn't it? This is not going to work.
No word yet on which account holder filed the report, or what information, if any, was accessed. Palisade Bank Corporation owners released a statement earlier this evening, claiming that any rumors of the break-ins are highly secure facilities are under attack.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And now for a close look at events making headlines.
Damn it. There's a sniper up there and he can't see me, which is hilarious.
Probably not, but we rigged up a little surprise in case he tried again. Relax. You see that too? Goddamn!
Damn it. That's the worst place to try that.